Hey everyone. Hi, this is Shalini Joshi Amdagni from magicalpainfreeliving.com, and I am here with my weekly Facebook Live every Thursday, and today's topic is fun with intentions and feeling your way into flow. Hi Pachiri, hi Adam. Thank you, Adam. Wow, thank you for the likes. Yay, it's so good to be here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me, Nui. I see that. Hi, Smita. Hi, Shen Pen. Hi guys. So, today's topic is fun with intentions and feeling your way into flow. Pachuri says, working out and watching you. Wonderful, right? Have a great workout. So welcome. First of all, I want to acknowledge you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. And if you're watching this live with me, come in and play along and, share where you're hanging out from, whether it's Thailand or outside of Thailand, wherever you are, at office. Pachuri is at her gym working out. And also, if you are watching me on the replay, welcome. I would still, want to know that you were here. So, let me know you were here and let me know where you were hanging out from. I know there's a lot of people who watch my YouTube channel and that's how they find this video. Or there are some people who come to my website. And so wherever you are, watching this, welcome. And thank you for being here. And I hope your time here will be well spent. So the topic today I wanted to share with you is fun with intentions and feeling your way into flow. And this has been on my mind a little bit, and so I thought I would do a Facebook Live on this. Yesterday, actually, I was at Pachuri's event, and it was called Big Talk, which was wonderful. And so we've been having these kind of conversations. I've been having these conversations with my clients. And so I thought this would be wonderful to do it because, at the start of every year, most people, set up intentions or resolutions, and they'll have this list. And at the beginning of January 2018, I did a Facebook Live. I think I called it, "What's Your Word?" Right? And I am not someone who is very excited about resolutions, as I mentioned in that video. If you want to watch that one, it's one of the first weeks of January 2018. I find resolutions are like serious stuff and overwhelming, and it's kind of like I don't know. That's just me. Okay, maybe you have a lot of fun with your resolutions and you're excited about that. And for me, I've been writing in past 11 years ago when I did resolutions, I found myself writing the same stuff over and over. Lose the weight, be more present with my kids, or I don't know. I've forgotten what resolutions I used to write, but I remember I was repeating them over and over and over again, and it was kind of boring. And by the 4th week of January, I didn't even know what my list was, and off I went into the world without any intentions, really. That was me 11 years ago. So if you have fun with resolutions, yay, keep doing what you're doing. But the reason I have the topic today, fun with intentions, is because that's how I, move with intentions. And I'm going to share with you in this Facebook Live, as I've written above, is intentions versus resolutions. I'm going to share with you some stories, 2 stories. I call it the wow factor story and the God box story. So I'm going to share with you 2 stories. If you want to listen in, hang in. And I'm also going to be sharing with you tips that I follow it's not the right tip, it's not the best tip, it's just what I do and what works for me. So I'm going to be sharing with you that stuff. So hang in there, and we're getting right into it. So resolutions versus intentions, and I've just been saying that for me, resolutions just, feel like boring. They feel like hard work. I have this resolution and I have to get to it by this time, and I better do these many things to achieve this, and it's just not me. And I know some of my friends, including Pachuri, is great with following up on those resolutions and having, I know she's a planner, and I really am not a planner. I plan very generally. I'm not a very, I don't have very fixed things. Like I know I have friends who have their events planned, they have their holidays planned, they have their weekends planned, and I'm not that kind of a planner at all. I'm just, I just go with the flow. And that's why I was, the topic is feel your way into flow. And that's just me. It's not like this is better or this is bad. I'm just sharing with you my perspective, and you can throw it, you can take it, you can chew on it and reflect on it. And that's, take what works for you, okay? There's no right and wrong way of doing this. Hi, David. Hi, Ram. Thank you for joining. And the topic today is fun with intentions and feeling your way into flow. And Pachuri saying, that's why I got to learn from you too. Yeah. So, okay, so resolutions versus intentions. And the other thing with resolutions is that, at least I used to think like resolutions, beginning of the year, yes, new energy, new lists of things I want to accomplish this year. But for me, intentions feels like there's no gun on my head. Intentions feels lighter. Intentions feels more fun. Intentions feel like I can keep playing with them, like, wow, wouldn't it be nice to do this, and wouldn't it be nice to have that? And so it's and the second part of it is feeling your way. So for me, it's more like a feeling thing where, so for me, intentions is lighter, and it's not about I want to accomplish this, but I want to feel this. So it's very different. I'm not saying I want to lose weight, I want to earn this much more money and stuff like that. It's more general. So here's what I mean. So here's how I'm, playing with intentions is I'm focused on the feelings. Okay, I'm focused on, this is generally, what I want to feel in this coming year. Okay, so I want to feel ease. Ease is one of the biggest intentions for me every year. I want to feel ease, like, wow, that was so easy. Wow, this client showed up and that was so easy. So I want to feel ease. I want to feel centered. I want to feel clear-minded. I want to feel inspired. I want to feel wow, which is what I'm going to share with you. So these are the way I go about setting intentions. So they're feeling-centered intentions, and this is what works for me. Maybe it's not what works for you, but this is what works for me. And of course, there's always this this goal somewhere, like a soft thing that I want to attract the right clients, and I want to attract, I want to be fit and all of that. But for me, the focus is the feeling that I want to accomplish daily, weekly, monthly, half monthly, yearly. These are the feelings. So I'm very feeling focused. So when I'm thinking of resolutions versus intentions, I lean into intentions, and they're more like feeling intentions. And so I don't know what works for you. I would love to know, like, are you a resolution kind of person with lots of plans and you stick to those plans and that's the way you go? Or how do you, how do you move forward day to day? So I would love to know. Please do share. Hi, Sydney, and hi, Kiran. Thank you for joining. Please play along. We're talking about fun with intentions and feeling your way into flow. And so I want to share with you this intention that I set for myself last year, okay? The other thing about intentions, let me just go back a little bit, is here. For me, intentions is not like I have this big intention for the rest of the year. For me, intentions can be a daily thing, okay? It can be a quarterly thing. My kids and I sit together every quarter because they have quarterly exams and, different semesters, not quarters, they call them semesters. And we set intentions. We do this workshop, we play along. So it can be events like if I'm doing a trip to India, or if I'm doing a trip with my kids overseas, I may have an intention for that trip, right? Or if I had that intention yesterday, Pachari had an event called The Big Talk, and my intention going into that event was I want to connect with like-minded people. I want to feel connection. So you can have intentions for every day, every second, every segment of the day. I've learned this from Abraham Hicks, who I follow, and they talk about segment intention. That means you've completed the morning, and what is your intention for the afternoon segment? And what is your intention for the evening segment, right? So I love intentions because they're more playful. You can move around, you can play around. And I love the idea of, going into a part of the day or the week with some intention, because intentionality is important. Wayne Dyer has written so many books on the power of intentions and all of that. So getting into the wow factor story and the power of intention. So last year, I think it was just before, I think it was like March, maybe this time of the year, where my kids and I were, sitting at our desk. We do these creative workshops where we sit with like loads of magazines and we cut out things and we have fun intending what we want, whether it's something fancy or something specific, and we just have fun by going through the different magazines and seeing what attracts us, right? And so one of the words that like really struck out at me was the wow factor. And I'm not sure in what connection it was about a product, and they were trying to create the wow factor in their services. And I love that idea. And I said, you know what? I want my word for the next part of the year to be wow. I want to feel wow. I want to create wow. I want to have wow relationships. I want to have wow experiences. I want to attract wow clients. And, this whole thing around the feeling of wow. Okay. So that's inspired. It was an inspired intention. And I think it was around June that I was, invited to a mastermind in Wizard Academy in Austin, Texas, by my mentor. And that was wow for me because, he wasn't inviting all his clients to that very exclusive mastermind retreat. And I was really excited about it. And I was like, wow, this is so great. Thank you, Alex, for inviting me. And so I went. This was in Austin, Texas, but I was going to go to San Francisco before and have a meeting with my mentor, and we were going to fly to Austin. So when I reached, I took a flight from Bangkok and I landed in, I think it was LA. I was visiting my cousins first before heading to San Francisco. And we landed, and my airplane landed, and I was really excited for what I wanted to create. And I still had that wow intention in my heart, and I was feeling really eager about this whole trip. And so our plane comes to that parking space in the airport, and it slows down, and then it comes to a halt, and then people are just waiting for the seat belt sign to be off so that they can get up and get going. And I was just peeking out of I had the window seat, and I was peeking out, and you will not believe what I saw. And I have posted that on my Facebook last year. Was this airplane with the wing which said "Wow Air." I was freaked out. Have you ever seen an airplane that says "Wow"? Well, in the US, apparently they have an airplane. It's called "Wow Air." And what are the chances that I see that the first thing I land in US? So I was so excited because the universe gives me millions of these signs, and I was so excited to see that "Wow Air." You know what I'm talking? This fun with intentions. It becomes really fun when it's from an inspired place. So that, that was wow. Again, another wow experience, right? And then I go and have this wonderful, amazing sessions with my mentor. I met some old colleagues in LA, and then I reach Austin, Texas for the big mastermind retreat. And do you know who's a part of that retreat? There is Joe Vitale, like my all-time favorite idol, because he taps. His focus is on clearing, and I am a clearer, right? I tap and I clear, and he was there. And who else is there? Ivan Meisner. Dr. Ivan Meisner. I don't know if you know him, but he's the founder of BNI Business Network International. And I was in BNI for 5-6 years, and I've taught from his books because I was the network education coordinator in BNI, and I have read all his blogs, books, because I was the one that used to share all this information with the group. So I was so excited, and when I found out, I was saying, oh my God, it would be so wonderful if I could sit next to Joe Vitale and tell him that I'm so excited that he taps and I tap, and I've been clearing, and I've read his books, The Attractive Factor, at zero limits, and all that stuff, because he has really influenced my life through his books and what he shares. And he's also a tapper, EFT tapping. Yes, Joe Vitale taps. I'm going to tag him in this post. And so I was so excited. And the next day at lunchtime, I'm sitting next to Joe Vitale. Fun with intentions. Okay, this is what I want to emphasize. And so there I am, sitting with Joe Vitale, talking to him about EFT, telling him my stories. He's amazed. I'm amazed at what he does. And, he said, let's keep in touch because, I might be coming to Thailand. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And he's such a lovely, wonderful, multi-millionaire, but such a grounded, wonderful human being. He's still one of my big idols. And then I got to connect with Dr. Ivan Meisner, and he was amazed. He said, how do you know all these concepts? I said, I was in network education. So I'm having all these wow experiences. You will not believe it's been such a wonderful journey, because later in December last year, 2017, Joe Vitale came to Thailand, spoke to hundreds and hundreds of people here, invited me on the on stage to share the stage with him, called me his friend. He says, I have one friend in Thailand and her name is Shalini. And I was like, how does it get any better to be connected with Joe Vitale? Not because he's a multi-millionaire, but I love his work. His work I resonate with. I resonate with clearing. His book Zero Limits had such a humongous impact in my life that I started clearing daily, hourly. Yes, I do. I clean and let go of all the negativity throughout the day, like him, and I do use Ho'oponopono. So it was such a wonderful journey. And so wow has been part of my intentions. And I cannot begin to tell you all the other wonderful things that have been happening in my life because of that beautiful intention of just, I want to feel wow. So there was no planning, right? There's no serious like, okay, I'm going to attend this retreat. I had no plans, and I didn't really have any resolutions about anything. And I was just going with the flow, and I was releasing all my worries and doubts and fears that come, that that every day we get we have daily stresses, we have daily feelings of doubt or fear or overwhelm or whatever it may be. But my life is all about clearing the resistance and staying in flow, right? It's like a river going downstream, and it'll keep going downstream to where it's intended to go, right? God is the energy, the God energy is guiding you towards your dreams and goals, if only you stop all this resistance inside of you, and allow yourself to go with the flow. And Deepak Chopra talks about this law of least effort, and he talks about that it's kind of the law of nature. And if you look at nature, everything is in flow. The grass is not trying to grow, it grows. The bird is not trying to fly, it flies. Your system, your heart doesn't try to pump, it just pumps. Your kidney knows what it's supposed to do. So everything in nature is in flow, and it's thriving. And so there are a lot of, so he talks about the law of least effort. I'm not saying no effort. I don't think he means no effort, but like there is not this struggle and this hard work and this intense pain. And I have known pain because that was a time I had all this resistance, right? And that's why I had so much pain. But now I try to clear it and release it and just have more fun with intentions and feeling my way into flow, which means, if I have a desire, then am I doubting it? Am I not believing it? And am I not believing I'm worthy of it? Am I feeling overwhelmed by it? So I clear that out, and then I'm back in the flow because you've cleared the resistance, right? So another quick story from this. I hope you're resonating with this, and I hope you're getting what I'm intending to share with you about having, not making life so complicated. It is already quite complicated the way it is. And then when we have all these heavy, like I have to do this and I have to accomplish this and I have to get to this place, and then it becomes so serious, and we just go crazy, and we make it such a big deal when maybe it doesn't have to be such a big deal, right? So another fun story I want to share with you is the God box story. So I don't know. There is my little God box. You can see that little brown box, and it's called God box. And my kids call it God box, right? And it's something, so we cut out from the magazines, we make vision boards, but you can't fit in so many things that you want on one vision board. So we cut out things that we want, and we keep putting it in the God box. And, over the years, gosh, we've been doing this for at least 9 years now. And I remember when we lived in Rayong, my other house, but we were living in an apartment. It wasn't our house. My kids and I had cut pictures of a house with a garden and dogs, and intending that, we want to have that kind of house. And it's so incredible to me today that all of those things have come true. I actually have a house with a garden. I have 2 dogs, and there was no planning, right? There was no serious planning that went on to creating what happened. It was just light-hearted. Wouldn't it be fun if we had a house? Wouldn't it be fun if we had our own garden? Wouldn't it be fun if we had a dog? Wouldn't it be fun about this? And so it was light-hearted intentions and just clearing out any doubts and like, will that be possible? That seems impossible. How is this going to happen? So, none of that. We just put that stuff, and I told my kids, this is the God box, right? God's going to take care of this piece. And I've learned that this is not something I've created by myself, but I've learned, again, Abraham Hicks, there's a wonderful book. It's called Ask and It's Given. Isn't that a wonderful title? Ask and It's Given. Like, you just have to ask for it and God gives it to you. I grew up in a Protestant school and we sang hymns every day. I have another Facebook Live on that, right? I don't know what I call it, but hymns were a big part of my life. And one of my favorite hymns was ask, 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 and it shall be given you. Seek, 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 and you shall find. Knock, 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 the door will open unto you. Your heavenly Father is so kind. And that is, it's actually a book by Esther and Jerry Hicks. It's called Ask and It's Given. And they share like 22 exercises that they can do, and they call it, I don't know, the creative box or something. We call it God box, but that's where I got the idea from, that you just collect stuff and you just put it into the God box and not worry and just expect that God's heard your intentions and it's going to happen. And I swear to God, there are hundreds of things like that we have been able to, have and get just by having more fun with intentions and feeling our way into flow. So that's the God box story. And so, I invite you to, maybe you've got this all sorted. You make your intentions, you have your resolutions, and you have your plans, and it's working out for you. Wonderful, yay you. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you find that you're getting overwhelmed and you're feeling like, this is really not working, and I'm struggling with this, and I find myself going in circles, I invite you to have a more, relaxed, a more lighthearted, a more fun way of setting intentions and reminding yourself that you are worthy, you are a child of God, that everything in this world, the trees, the plants, the butterflies, the birds, the everything, including you, is part of God's creation. And, God has your back. And so your intentions are heard. You don't have to struggle hard and push against. Nothing in nature is pushing against anything. Nothing in nature is saying, I'm less than you and you are better than me and all of that. And I just did a Facebook Live last, if you go below on that, we are divine beings. And so when you move forward from that and just intend lightly, not watching every day, did it happen, did it happen, did it happen, why is it not happening, why is it not happening, when is it going to happen, when it, not resisting, but just intending it lightly and surrendering. I have some steps. So here are some steps that I listed. Set a feeling intention. Try it out, okay? This is the way I go about it, and I'm just wanting to share with you in case you want to give this a go. So setting a feeling intention, not very hardcore, I want to earn so much money by this day. I want to achieve this by this time, because I don't know. Have you seen people who have set lots of intentions, and now are they every year ticking off stuff from the list? No. Because research shows that 95% never achieve their goals, their resolutions. So I don't know, if you're in the 5% that do achieve, but a lot of people don't, because there's so many things that get in the way, okay? So setting feeling intentions. What do you want to feel? What do you want to feel this year? What do you want to feel. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel wow. I want to feel ease, because the law of least effort is you can feel ease and accomplish things easily. I didn't have to, I don't know how I met Joe Vitale. He's one of my big idols, and it was just easy. No hard work went into that. Allow yourself to dream. Okay, thanks for the love. Thanks. Hi Cindy, hi Devin, Azad, hi Tarun, hi Jyotsna. Thank you for joining. So we're talking about having fun with intentions and feeling your way into flow, and I'm just sharing with you tips that I apply in my life, right? So I set feeling intentions and allow yourself to dream. We operate from so much fear on a day-to-day lives, every single day. Any choices that we make, it's kind of fear-based. I better do that, otherwise this will happen. I better eat that, I better say that, I better communicate that, because then I will be misunderstood. And it's so fear-based. So we live our lives from such a strong sense of fear. But what if you could allow yourself to dream, right? And the way I do it is I'll go through magazines in many ways, but one of the easiest ways is just go through magazines. And I have a bunch of magazines right there, and I do it every now and then, cutting things that resonate with me, that excite me, that I want to experience, that I want to feel. So allow yourself to dream bigger, not just dream, and don't let your mind come into play like, that's not possible. I don't even want to go there because this is so way out of my league. Don't do that. Just allow yourself to dream. Clear resistance. Like if you have, so for example, I'll share with you, this is vulnerable, but Joe Vitale had told me, I'm going to come to Thailand, and you're going to be my special guest and all of that. And so when it was becoming closer to December, I thought, I wonder if he remembers. I wonder if he's going to invite me as a special guest. And I was having all these doubts. And so I cleared that resistance, clearing the worry, the fear, the doubts, right? And not trusting and not believing. I was able to clear it using EFT tapping, emotional freedom techniques. Okay. There's a link in this up there or down there on setting intentions and tapping. So if you want to give it a go, try that video and tap along. So I cleared my resistance, and I got invited as his special guest, and I was on stage with him, and it was wonderful. Inspired action. So I'm someone who, there are some people who will take action, like hundreds of action, and something's going to work. And that's one way to go about it. And I used to do that 11 years ago. But I don't do that anymore. And it's not easy. It's not easy to take inspired action, because you have to wait for that inspiration. And sometimes you get so impatient, and I struggle with it sometimes even now. But I wait for inspiration before I act, because you can take a lot of action. And I have had so many experiences. So once I was working with a mentor, and I wanted to attract the right clients, and I sent 15 emails, right? Let's get to it. And I sent one email, and then I had 10, 12 discovery sessions where I was talking with people, and something that I do before we see if we want to work with each other or not. And there was this tension that I'm not doing anything. And that was the basis because of which I sent out that email. I'm like, nothing's happening. Okay, I need to send out these emails and see. Okay, and here's the thing. Not one person signed up. Not one. And then off I went. It was December. I went on a holiday, and I had 3 people reach out to me, not related to those emails that I sent, and they signed up in January. So I have learned that it's not hard work, and it's not that fear-based actions. I better do this, I better do this, I'm not doing anything, but unless it's inspired, I really avoid taking action, and I tend to wait with confidence, something I'm trying even now to hone that muscle of waiting with confidence that the universe has heard, and my ideal clients, my 5-star clients, my whatever it is that I want is on its way to me. It's a lot of trust, right? And a lot of faith that you need to be able to take inspired action and not just act for the sake of taking action. And then appreciate is basically, appreciating what you already have, right? What are you forgetting to appreciate that you already have? Because when we are, working towards something, we always see that piece that's missing, right? Oh, I haven't accomplished that yet, and I haven't done that yet, and I still need to do that. But what if we could appreciate how far we've come, look back and say, wow, I've come all this way, and this is who I am today because of all these things that I've done, right? So appreciating your journey, appreciating where you are right now, even though it's not ideal and perfect the way you want it to be. And also appreciating what's to come, appreciating all the fun to be had and all this life to be lived. So appreciation, okay? And one of the key ones here is surrender. Surrender means let go, and it doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to let that dream go, but it means I'm going to give it to God. I'm going to trust that I am in flow because I'm feeling good about this intention. I'm feeling good. I've done everything I could, and now I just trust that the universe will bring it to me instead of worrying, stressing, doubting, not believing, not feeling worthy, and all of those resistant emotions. So that's my way, that I go about achieving what I want. And I invite you to, look at what do you want in your life, maybe this year, maybe this day, this week, this weekend, and, have a more light-hearted approach to living your life, to intending, make it a little bit more fun and relaxed, because, we can't, life is complicated the way it is, and being so serious and tensed and overwhelmed doesn't really make the journey as fun. So, that is what I wanted to share with you. I hope you resonated with what I'm saying, and I would love to know, what is your process? What do you do to achieve your dreams? How do you use intentions? How do you use resolutions? Are you a planner? Do you plan your way to your goals? Or maybe you're like me, you have more fun with it and have a more playful, lighthearted way of going about achieving your dreams and goals. I would love to know. Hi, Ulia. Hi, Aruni. Hi, Jen. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I am so grateful that that you are here. And if you are listening on replay, please comment below and let me know what you resonated with, what you didn't resonate with, how you go about it. It'll be really fun to engage and know you've heard my story, and I would love to know your side of things. And so thank you so much for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you next week, same time, Thursday, 11 a.m. from Bangkok. I'm here in Bangkok, Thailand, in my home, and this is where I'm doing every week my weekly Facebook Live session. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Have a great week and weekend.